Welcome back again, everyone. This is Mr. E, and this is part 2 of lesson 4, our practice using our reasoning to apply divisibility rules. Again, I hope that you have completed the problems. This is just a review. You're just checking your work. Let's get started. So let's use our divisibility rules to find the prime factorization of the following numbers. So for 352, let me just go ahead and check it anyway. 3 plus 5 plus 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. So 2 was our prime factor. There is not divisible by 3 or 9. So 352 divided by 2 is 176. Again, I have a 6 in a ones place, so I can divide that by 2. 88. All these are even. So my prime factorization of 352 is 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, times 2, times 2, times 2, times 11. 1,647. The sum of the digits worked out pretty well for me. I got 18, so I can divide it by 9. Again, you could have started with the 3 because it's prime. So the prime factorization, again here, 61. How do I know it's prime? Well, I know that 8 times 8 is 64, so 8 is not a factor. I know that 9 times 9 is 72, so 9 is not a factor. And I know 7 times 7 is 49. 7 is not a factor. If I take the sum of the digits, I get 7, so 3 is not a factor. So my prime factorization of 1,647 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 61. Okay, again, you should just be checking your answers to make sure they're correct. Number 7. Jason's teacher graded his paper. I'm sorry, it should be Justin or Jason, I'm not quite sure. Then he was asked to justify his answer in the chart to the right. Following his justification. He uses some of the digits. 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus 9 is 25. If 25 is divisible by 5, then 9,439 is also divisible by 5. Did you agree or disagree? All right. You disagree because 5 is not a factor of 9,439. You don't use some of the digits for 5 for the divisibility rule for 5. You just look at the ones place. So the answer for this one should have been none. It's a prime number. Number 8 and number 9. Let's see what we got. Sum of the digits. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is also 9. Therefore, 3 and 9 are common factors of both the numerator and denominator. So we're going to take 54 135ths divided by 9. And we get, what's that, 6? And 135 divided by 9 is 15. I can still divide that by 3. And I get 2/5. All right, my divisibility rules works over here as well. I'm going to divide both numerator and denominator by 3. So 30 147s. I'm going to divide by 3. You get 10. $49. Neither are prime, but there's no common factor. The only common factor is 1, so I'm done with that one. All right, let's simplify these fractions as well. I know 2 is a common factor, but I also know that 3 is a common factor. So I'm going to start off with 3. Then I get 28 40ths. Let me check that. So I'm going to take 84 divided by 3. Sometimes do these things in your head and you're not right. Okay, so 28 is right. That's pretty straightforward. I know my multiples are 4, so I can divide by 4. I could have done 2, but I would have had to have done it twice. So my final answer is 7/10. All right, so here, sum of the digits says I have a 6 and a 9. I can divide both by 3. So I'm going to simplify by 3. That gives me 17/24. 17 is prime, so I'm done. Okay, let's see. We got 5 minutes. I'm going to have one more problem. Let's go. All right, so Shima answered the following quiz question. Give a common factor or common factors for this to simplify the fraction 33/100ths. Her answer was 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is divisible by 2. The ones place has a 0, so 100 is also divisible by 2. Therefore, 2 is a common factor. And you kind of saw the answer already. We disagree because we agree that 2 is a factor of 100, because the divisibility rule for 2 is that you look at the ones place. But 2 is not a factor of 33. We don't use some of the digits for 2. We just look at the ones place for 0, 2, 4, 6, or an 8. Okay? So your answer should include, typically, especially when you're talking to someone, you tell them what you agree with, but then you also tell them what you disagree with. So that's why this has 2 parts. I agree with the fact that 2 is a factor of 100, but I don't agree with the fact that 2 is a factor of 33. And moreover, we don't use some of the digits for 2. Alrighty, that's the end of the practice. And when you're done, you might want to go back and review a few. Take the quiz. Talk to you soon.